Can I get a prenup for my pet? I've been practicing law for nearly 20 years, but it's only been recently that people have come to me asking to get a prenup that covers their pets. I'm Andrew Ayers, a lawyer who works with families and business owners to protect their legacies through planning. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about a new trend that I've seen in the last couple of years, and that is prenuptial agreements for pets. Now, on the estate planning side of things, for years we've been setting up pet trusts. A pet trust will be part of your will or your estate plan where you set aside money for your pets, you'll designate caregivers for your pets, and you'll provide a place to live for your pets. Recently, we've encountered a new trend, which is people putting pets into prenuptial agreements. Pets may in fact be the most important asset that you and your significant other would have going into a marriage. If you don't own a house, if you don't own cars, if you don't own other property, then that pet may be the most important thing you have. If you're not sure what a prenup is an agreement that you and your significant other sign before you get married. It only becomes enforceable if you do get married. So for example, if you sign a prenup but you never get married, that agreement is not enforceable. A prenup will often state what will happen if after you get married, you and your significant other split up. Especially if you have assets or other things that you're bringing to the marriage that you want to make sure stay separate and your own property, a prenup is a good way to do that. Now, pets, unfortunately, are treated as property. Now, this hurts me as well because I have a cat and a dog at home, and my family definitely does not think of the two of them as property. However, the law has not caught up with our emotional attachment to our pets, and they are still technically treated as property under the law. So if you have a pet, they can be added to your property in your prenuptial agreement, just like any other bank account or car or real estate that you may own. I know it sounds callous, but that's the way the law works. There's two ways you can try to accomplish this. The first is through trial and error. You can try to create a prenup or some kind of agreement between you and your significant other so that if something happens and you split up, it says what happens to your pet. But you truly value your pet. You love your pet, and you want to make sure this is done correctly. So you're going to work with a professional. You're not going to reinvent the wheel. And you're going to make sure that your prenuptial agreement, or if you're already married, it could be a postnuptial agreement for your pet, is put into place. Postnuptial agreement, just like a prenup, says what happens in case you split up. And maybe since the time you got married, you've now added a pet to your family, and you need to specify that in a postnuptial agreement. So if you're getting married and you want a prenup for your pet, go to andrewmayers.com, click the schedule a consultation button, and you'll be taken to my calendar, and we could set up a legal strategy session for free to discuss your options. If you're not a pet owner, this all may sound very strange. But if you and your significant other have a pet, then a prenup may be the best way to avoid a drawn-out fight if you guys end up splitting up.